Today, guys, I'm going to go over the best passing settings to be using in College Football 25 and also how to use the custom stem routes, which, yes, is different from smart routing in Madden. This is way different. I do want to give a shout out to Dev23 Gaming for being a part of the Noti Gang. If you guys want a chance to shout out the next video, drop a like in the vid. Make sure you guys are subbed to the channel. Notification bell on it, comment down below. Noti Gang. Also, for those of you guys that have already signed up on Underdog Fantasy using code ZERK, or if you do sign up using code ZERK, be on the lookout this week. There is going to be a Code ZERK exclusive special, which if you guys are watching this video maybe way later after I have already posted this, don't worry, you might have until the NFL season actually kicks off to use that special. But either which way, if you guys check out Underdog Fantasy using code ZERK, you'll get up to $250 in bonus funds and a 0.5 special the day you guys sign up, no matter when you are watching this video, and you'll get access to the Code ZERK only special. Alright guys, so let's get into this. Let's talk about what passing settings personally I am using, why I am using these ones, and then we will take a look here at custom stems as well. Now, as you guys can see, when you guys go ahead and you actually load up the game options, this is what it's going to be for you. I believe the pass lead increase will be none. But you have 4 different types of passing. You have placement and accuracy, classic passing, and revamped passing. And I'll be honest, in my personal opinion, you should only be using either revamped or placement and accuracy. It may be a little bit scary to some of you to try that out, but in my personal opinion, I feel like those two are the absolute best. Now, revamped passing is actually new to College Football 25. And I'll tell you right now, revamped passing, just personally speaking, right, as I'll run a play right here so you can kind of get a feel of what exactly this is, I would highly recommend, by the way, as you guys go through, try to figure out what works for you, because some things may be a little bit different for you, and I'll explain what things may be different for you, but I'm going to go over what works for me. Personally speaking, with the revamped passing, I have had like a lot of overthrows with this, but that is basically how you throw with revamped passing. You have a bar, and essentially you can kind of determine when exactly to release it. You can take a little bit of power off of the throws even and kind of layer the ball, right? Now, if there was a linebacker in the middle of the field there and there was a safety that was over the top here of a linebacker in the middle of the field, you can kind of release this ball just a little bit sooner to get it out before that safety goes ahead and does hit you. But again, revamped passing, I don't know what it is. Personally, I have not had a incredible time with using this setting. I've had a couple of overthrows and everything, and things just kind of seem a little bit weird. Now, I do know that this is new to college football, of course, and some people seem to really enjoy it. They're rocking out with it, and it's led to, them having success. For me personally, not my thing. Now, the setting that I am using, guys, is going to be placement and accuracy. Now, for those of you guys that have played Madden 24, this is in there, right? Placement and accuracy. Now, this allows you to actually go ahead and move the reticle and really take control of your receivers. Now, this is why I feel like placement and accuracy is best, because when it comes to revamped passing, you can't really do that, right? You can't lead as much as maybe you would want to. Now, you can just go ahead, if I go back here to revamp passing, to show you just a little bit of, trying to move your receiver. If you were to hold up and away right here, you can see, okay, it moves the receiver a little bit there, but not really all that much. And using the revamped passing right here, I'm gonna hold completely to the left right there. That is me holding completely to the left. You can kind of tell exactly how much this receiver is moving, right? It's not really a ton. Now, if we were to go ahead and change this though, and go to placement and accuracy, which my pass lead increase that I have, I personally set it to small. Now, I'm gonna let you guys know, again, I highly recommend you come in here and you try this out for yourself and kind of figure out what you like to run. What kind of offense do you run? What kind of routes do you throw? Because I will tell you, if you have this on small instead of none, you will miss some passes depending on what you're trying to do. The reticle speed, I personally keep it at 7. That's what it starts at. I know some people like to go crazy and put it at like 14, 15. I just like it at 7. Now watch what happens now that I have placement and accuracy on and how much farther I'm actually able to throw these balls outside of the range here. Which I'm going to go ahead and throw to the outside to Bond, because I'm telling you, especially when it comes to routes over the middle of the field and being able to precisely throw the ball away from safeties, in between linebackers and safeties, and also to the outside to get it to like the back pylon, this is where placement and accuracy is going to be a lot different. Now, you're going to want to hold down on the left trigger, but you can see you're throwing the receiver way farther. I want you guys to watch Bond on this play. I have him on a post route right here, right? And I'm going to break him up the field. Do you see how instead of just running that post, he literally just immediately breaks up the field? Now again, highly recommend you come in here and test these things out, because something that I have noticed this year with the precision passing, the placement and accuracy, if you guys are going to go ahead and keep it on either slow, if you're not going to do basically none, right? You're going to notice some things like this. Now, I'm going to try to throw this slot right here. It worked out. I have actually noticed, though, specifically so when you try to basically break completely away from the normal route in the direction that the receiver is going, sometimes it does result in an accurate pass, as if you even have it on low. As you can see right there, an accurate pass. Now, if I come in here and take the pass lead increase off of small and I go back to none, now watch this. But this, again, is not going to be, in my personal opinion, enough range to throw this. But again, I'm holding left trigger and I'm going to go to the left right there. You can see it does break the receiver off of his route, and again, it's going to lead him to the inside there and up. If this is good enough for you, if it works for you, that is completely perfect. Here I'm going to throw to B and I'm going to hold completely down, and you can see kind of cuts the route downward. Now I'm going to throw that same route again, but I did just put the pass lead here on small. So again, I'm going to throw this down right here, and you can see sometimes if you do that a little bit too far, it is going to be inaccurate. But for me personally, I really feel like I like to take advantage of this. If your opponent's running like a cover 2 and you want to throw it to the outside and to the left, being able to get that little bit more distance, it works for me. With placement and accuracy, guys, you don't have to hold the left trigger down every single time you throw the ball. You don't have to do that. You can just throw, if you want to lead up, there you go, boom, throw the ball. You can get your normal passes in, but I really feel like having the placement and accuracy and being able to get to the outside corners more, or even if you want to just break a route up really quickly or up and away a little bit. But again, you could have inaccurate passes like that, or maybe you get lucky and they go for it. This is personally what I run, placement and accuracy, small, and I have my reticle speed on 7. You can mess around with it a little bit, but I think either placement and accuracy or revamped is absolutely what you guys want to be running. If you want to go with none because you don't want any sort of inaccurate throws and it works for you, you're able to rock out with the pass lead increase on none and get the throws still far enough away from the DBs, sure, that'll work for you. It works for you. I want you guys to watch Golden right here, as I'm going to put him on a curl. Now, what you guys may think this is, as that right there is just the base curl distance, right? As you can see, he's going to stop at about 10 yards. Well, here's the thing. What if I want this curl to be about 5 yards? Now, some people might say, all right, well, this is just like Madden, where you hit right bumper and you smart route the curl, right? Now you're automatically going to go for the first down. That's what you can do on curl routes. It's what you can do on out routes, in routes, what you can do on post routes, anything, right? Well, this is where it's different in college football 25, and yeah, you're going to really be able to do some crazy stuff. If you want to put your tight end in a curl route, let's say, but there's a defender right there, all you guys have to do is, if you want to go ahead and do a custom stem to your tight end, which is A right here, then I already have him on a curl. I'm going to hold left bumper down, and then I'm going to go up on the left stick, and you can literally take this as far out as you want. If I want it to be back of the end zone, I can do that. If I want this curl route to be a 2-yard curl, I can do that. And you guys can, even if you press up or down on the D-pad, it'll actually go up right there by 5 yards. So you can adjust it by 5 yards. You can adjust it by as little as 1 yard if you just flick it lightly enough. I mean, you could do basically anything. And again, this goes for curl routes, this goes for in routes, this goes for even like post routes. You guys can see my outside receiver. I'm going to put him on a post route right here, which is going to be Bond. Now watch this. Again, I'm going to hold down left bumper, and you can adjust this as far out as you want. If I want that post route to break at the 5-yard line, I can make it at the 5-yard line. If I want this post route to be just kind of like a weird slant almost, right? Watch Bond on the outside. He's just going to cut up right there. And again, using the pass lead, I throw an inaccurate pass, but that one's on me. And you can do that to basically any route in the game that does have a sort of break in it. Now, it doesn't work on slants, which I did notice, which is unfortunate because I actually was really looking forward to making slants like 10 yards. But again, if you want to just have like a weird slant looking thing to kind of get over certain levels of a defense, right? If you want to put Bolden right here, let's say you put Bolden, my slot receiver, on a slant, okay, and then I want to have Bond coming behind him on a post route. Well, you can set that up. Look at this. Now Bond is basically going to be breaking right behind the slant. Well, if there's a linebacker in the middle of the field, depending on where that linebacker goes, you can hit Bolden or you can hit your slot receiver, and there's a ton of different route combinations that you can make with this. Another route combination that you guys can set up here would be to have just like a slant here and maybe an in from your tight end. Again, there's a lot of different route combos you guys can run, but let's say I want to have my tight end actually cut right underneath this slant. So you guys can see how the defender right there, they might actually even bump into each other, and that could help you maybe even draw like a DPI. There's definitely a lot that you guys can do with the custom stem routes, and also those are my personal passing settings that I am rocking out with. Again, I implore you guys to come in here and try out whatever you want to do, right? If you want to do placement accuracy, if you want to do dynamic, if you want to have it on, you know, small for the range there, if you wanted to have it on none because you just don't want any inaccurate passes at all and you feel like you're going to be fine, then hey, because sometimes you will get inaccurate passes even if you have it set on small. But for me in particular, as I said, I really like to attack, you know, cover two, and you can throw it right to the outside. You can put it right in the back pylon. Even if you put your settings actually on even higher, mine's only on 7. You could throw this much, much farther than I personally have mine. You can see right here, extremely to the left there. With that being said, guys, I hope this video did help you guys out. Feel free to come in here and mess around with stuff. Again, dynamic or placement actually I think is the best to do. You can put it on small, you can do it on medium, you can do it on large. I'll tell you right now, I probably don't recommend necessarily you put it on large because you're going to have a ton of inaccurate passes if you do that. You guys can see right here, I mean, you can throw it just crazy far away, but hopefully this video helped you guys out. Drop a like on it, hit that sub button down below, check Underdog Fantasy, use code ZERK, follow me over on Twitter for my picks, let me know what settings you guys are running with. And if you guys enjoyed this video, check out these.